welcome you all to this 22nd iteration of the annual microneurosurgery workshop. And I'm happy to say that every year I see extra rows being added, and I think next year we'll go out of this hall, we'll run out of space for this workshop.
Science itself is changing so rapidly. We all are living through a revolution in science, no matter what the field be, that it's very important to stay in touch.
You saw some of the previous orators there, and I feel a little proud but also humbled, to be even being considered in that group.
We are the first people to have probably started this kind of workshops in the country, and we have been trying to bring new skills and new technology via this workshop and trying to teach the young neurosurgeons of this country about the skills and the practices that are required in the new generation and the new times to come. The delegates for this workshop not only came from India but also from neighboring countries like Bangladesh and Nepal. During the course of this live operative workshop, Professor Ali Christ and Professor Fred Gently demonstrated surgeries.
In this workshop, we were operating for nearly 3 days. Every day there were 4 operation theatres. Very complex brain surgeries were performed under microscope and endoscope. Well, brain surgery is very minimalistic. We cannot be putting our knives on every part of the brain because you have to pay a price. The paralysis, death, morbidity, mortality is much higher in neurosurgery than in other surgical specialties. Along with that, we make it a point that it should not be only watching surgery and listening from the master. It should also be some hands-on experience.
The microsurgery workshop is an innovation which this institute did to try and extend the limits of information and knowledge. The most important thing is that this workshop gave the fillip to other places also to start to have such functions.
We train people who go out and serve the country and also go to all parts of the world to provide the best of the care and further train the healthcare professionals. We have trained over 1,000 neurosurgeons. We have cadaver courses in other specialties as well, but neurosurgery has always taken a lead, which is particularly significant given the severe shortage of trained neurosurgeons in this country.
In effect, you have an end-to-end acquisition of skills. You do the microneurosurgery skill acquisition in the lab, and you top it up with a microvascular anastomosis course in the skills lab, which is in the Department of Neurosurgery.
This time we had a quiz as an addition to our microneurosurgical conference, and this was the first time that was added in our institute. The target was to encourage our young trainees and residents to participate in the quiz, which was partly it was neurosurgical and partly it was general knowledge or current affairs. And we had judges from different institutes sitting in the panel so that it was an impartial and a uniform pattern of the quiz.
The annual microneurosurgery workshop is a very unique workshop which we have been doing for the past 22 years, and it's one of the oldest live neurosurgery or microsurgery workshop in the country and perhaps in the whole of Southeast Asia. And just by attending this intensive 3-day workshop, one is able to get a very good idea on the practical algorithms for management of both simple as well as complex neurosurgical procedures, which is very important if one has to continue performing the practice of neurosurgery in Tier 2 or Tier 3 cities. The 23rd annual microneurosurgery workshop is going to be equally exciting, and we hope that you will be able to join us for the next year's workshop.